Hello, all you beautiful people out there. My name is Emmanuel, and welcome to the only starter money guide you will ever need in Roblox Retail Tycoon 2. If you follow this guide correctly, you will be able to earn over $1 million on your first day. This video is divided into 4 different steps. Number 1, how to invest in vehicles. Number 2, what items you should stock. Number 3, building. And number 4, how to set up the manager for the mid to late game grind. You could also use an autoclicker to grind AFK, but I personally suggest staying away from it because it ruins the game experience and the feeling of accomplishing a grind. But if you want to know more about the autoclicker, I can make a video on that as well if you guys comment it down below. Anyways, let's jump straight into the video. Alright, so we're now at our store. The first thing we need to do, I'm just gonna close the store. Okay, so as many of you might know, the best way of earning money is naturally to sell every single item. But as a starting store, you don't have enough money nor enough space to invest in such a collection. So, to make this early game job a bit easier for you, I have done some calculations and figured out which categories of items that give you the best value for the money and also sells out the fastest. So let's figure this out. Quickly, before we start with the building, we need to go over the vehicles. This is important because some vehicles are not worth the purchase at all. If you want to invest in vehicles with the most value, I suggest buying the Sprinter van as vehicle number 1, the large box truck as a vehicle number 2, and the semi-truck as the final vehicle. This is because these vehicles give the most storage capacity for the price. As an example, the Sprinter van gives 900 cargo capacity for 10,000. For 7,500 more, you only get 300 more cargo capacity, so I better suggest sparing the money and waiting for 30,000, where it gives you over twice the amount, so 2,500 for 30k. And if you have a lot of money, the semi-truck, which probably won't be necessary at all at any time of the game. Now, what items are the best to invest in? According to some tests and calculations that I did, the answer might actually surprise you. Many of you think that items like fruit, clothing, toys, or maybe electronics are the most efficient items to sell. Something I thought as well, but it is actually not like that. I invested in items in all categories for a value of $5,000. I then took the time and figured out what sold out the fastest. Furniture, electronics, and instruments sold out in around 2 minutes, then outdoor equipment and toys took around 4 minutes, and at last it took me a whole 10 minutes to sell food, everything for a value of $5,000. I then calculated the earning rate of each item. This is the amount of money that you actually earn by selling the item, so the earning price subtracted by the cost. At spot number 1, we got furniture, and actually by a huge margin. Furniture earns you $400 more a minute than shared second place electronics and instruments. You can still earn more money from purchasing furniture even if you instant stock them with a 25% increased cost, which makes the game a lot more chill to play. You won't even need a vehicle at all, unless you feel greedy and still want to drive down and purchase 3 items at a time. Now, how should you build in the start? The first thing that you should do when starting a new store is to sell all the shelter. And I'm leaving the floor and the garage door and also the parking slot. When you're finished, your store should look something like this. There's nothing here and you have $19,440. Now, after you've done this, I suggest building 3 parking slots like this. It's important to place all the slots as close to the store as possible to give the customers less walking distance. And it also saves us time, but it is optional. I like to place the parking slots like this, so it looks more standard. Okay, now we need to build our shelves. What I suggest doing is to build 9 small floor displays and 3 large ones, and stock every single furniture item on them. This works very well and is fairly easy to do. This is how you can do it. Place 2 large plots right here, 1 small like this, then 2 small ones like this, 1 large right here, and then we place 1 small like this, 2 small like this, 1 here, and also 1 cash register right there. Feel free to pause if this was a bit too fast for you. We need to count to check. We have 3 large and we should have 9 small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's perfect. Now we need to stock our items. It's optional whether you want to purchase the items and deliver them with a car, or if you want to instant purchase them. And now we have a completely filled store with furniture. This is an example of how your store could look like when you're finished. The only thing you need to do now is to open your store and earn some money. If you want, you can hire a restocker and a cashier to make the job even easier. As you see right here, already, 2 pieces are already taken, and these are sold for over $1,000. We already have $3,000 in barely 1 minute. Okay, so we need to buy 2 exercise equipment, which now will be automatically restocked since we have a restocker. What I suggest doing once you start earning a little bit of money is to just purchase a few of each piece to have an extra, just so we don't need to purchase every single time something gets sold, and your restocker will do the work for you. After you've been grinding for around 5 to 10 minutes, you should have about $5,000 to $10,000. Now you can set up the manager. This is when the store becomes totally automatic. How your manager works is fairly simple. The manager instant purchases every single item that you have selected to be restocked on the shelves. He or she also likes having something in extra. It seems like the manager likes to purchase around 25% extra of each category, according to other players and tubers. After this manager is set, you can sit back, relax, and watch your store earn a huge amount of money. And when you've earned enough money, you can buy more parking slots for more vehicle space, and not to forget, a bigger sign that gives you signage, which attracts more customers to your store. The smallest sign gives you only 20 signage. You should have enough money to either purchase the brick sign or the stone sign. Right here I have $10,000, so I'm gonna purchase the brick sign. And I'm customizing it for it to look a bit better. Now that we got a bigger sign that attracts more customers, we need more parking slots. You can feel free to design your store as much as you want, because right now the only thing you want to do is just to sit here, relax, and earn money. This is an example of how I have been designing my store while I earn some money. And when you feel like the time comes, you can purchase every single shelf in the game and stock every single item on them. I suggest having at least 100k when you start your late game project. To get this money, it will take you around 2 hours with the strategy I showed you. So let's just jump straight into the other store. Alright, so we're now on our big store. Let me show you how you can earn the money. A rough estimate of the price for all these items, or these shelves, would be around 30,000. And then you need to restock them. To restock them, you're just gonna check what different items there are, and you're just gonna buy a ton of them. Just buy a whole amount of everything. Go to the store inventory, find toys, custom, 100, purchase. Go down, 100, purchase, 100, and then just go down and just purchase everything. A rough estimate will be around 50,000 to purchase and fill everything, but then you need to fill them even more. So around 100,000 is a good amount you need to do this. And it will look probably more like this, and you're just gonna fill everything up. But these are all the shelves you need to start your grinding, and it doesn't need to look good. You could just place everything at one place and it's fine. You just need a manager you just need to go to stock shelves and just start by taking every single item one and one, and then just adding them to the list. And eventually they are going to be filled. If there's something you didn't understand or something you miss, comment it down below and I can explain it to you personally. If you found this video informative, leave a like, and if you want more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe, it helps me out a ton. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.